Seed of Glory. Sunday, the 13th of July, 2025. Theme: Decisions Determines Destinies, Part 1. Memory verse: Deuteronomy 30 verse 19. Deuteronomy 30 verse 19 Neve 19. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life so that you and your children may live. Man is a rational creature unlike angels, who have to carry out instructions without reasoning. I often heard people saying they have no choice. That is not correct. No choice is still a choice. You choose to do or not to do certain things based on your reasoning of assumed benefits. Let's assume you are told to rape your mother at gunpoint. You have two choices. You either refuse and die or commit an abomination and save your life. You are a product of your decision, good or bad. It is your decision that determines your destiny. Not the devil, not the situation you find yourself or God. The situation that Joseph found himself in the house of Potiphar was a very difficult one with serious consequences. Yet he chose to suffer than to sin against God. Genesis 39 verses 10 to 12 Neve 10. And though she spoke to Joseph day after day, he refused to go to bed with her or even be with her. 11. One day, he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the household servants was inside. 12. As she caught him by his cloak and said, "Come to bed with me." But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house. Wherever you find yourself is the product of the decision you take in the past. You have no excuse. Joseph took a serious risk that could have resulted in his death by refusing to sleep with his master's wife despite the lucrative of the offer placed before him. You must take responsibility for your actions. Stop blaming your situations. Some are in a far terrible situation, and yet they did not compromise. James 1 verses 13 to 15 Neve 13. When tempted, no one should say, "God is tempting me." For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. 14. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. 15. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. And don't blame the devil. You are not his only customer. Everybody is his customer. He even tempted Jesus. Luke 4 verses 1 to 13. The Bible says you should resist him. 1 Peter 5 verses 8 to 9 Neve 8. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. 9. Resist him, standing firm in the faith, because you know that the family of believers throughout the world is undergoing the same kind of suffering. Till tomorrow, remember that Christ in you is the hope of glory. A. Darrow Ezekiel. Glorious Gospel Center.